Hey guys, how's it going, Companion? So you guys know with TGT coming out, basically the meta is all up in the air and everybody's trying their own thing. And generally when the first thing that has a decent amount of success, people just jump to it like crazy. Sometimes it does actually pan out to be one of the best decks ever, as is the case with Grim Patron, but recently it's been all about this secret pally stuff. And well, you don't have to believe me, but this is the Tempo Storm Meta Snapshot. I like to look at these. I like to just see what people have to say about Constructed, and you guys can see this Grim Patron's dominance actually goes way beyond what you can see in this graph, but it seems like we have a new winner. We have the Secret Paladin, and I believe it was like the third day of TGT expansion that it was just everywhere. Like, I went from queuing into just some wild stuff I've never seen before, game after game after game. I log on the third night of the Grand Tournament release, and Secret Pally, Secret Pally, Secret Pally. It was out of 7 games. I played 6 Secret Pallies at Legend rank, of course. So yeah, it was pretty confusing what was going on, and I came up with a counter. I came up with the Leviathan Mage. It's basically Freeze Mage, but it's got a few new tweaks. I took out the Flame Strike because, well, there just were very few control decks that were not Control Warrior, and I didn't really plan on beating Control Warrior anyway, so I thought I'd take out the Flame Strike and, just put in a Sheep. The Sheep does a pretty good job against a lot of the stupid aggressive stuff, and I just really wanted to make a deck that absolutely, completely countered Secret Paladin. And I think I succeeded in that. I haven't even come close to actually losing a game against Secret Paladins, because while Secret Paladins have a lot of aggression, what they don't have is silence. So when you don't have silence, and I do a Doomsayer, let's make sure I don't mess this up. Frost Nova. Sometimes I think it's Ice Nova. Doomsayer Frost Nova combo just so happens to always land. The Sheep makes some pretty good value clear for a early game type of play. And of course, the Flame Leviathan. This little guy, the legendary for mages introduced in Goblin vs. Gnomes, really hasn't seen any play anywhere ever successfully, but I actually think it's pretty decent in this deck. My thought process behind putting this card in is that really the only negative synergy is with Ice Block, because if it triggers on my turn, if I just draw the card, secrets don't trigger on your turn unless the secret is Competitive Spirit. Sometimes it is, but yeah. So it can nullify your Ice Block, and that really sucks when it does happen, but I figured it wouldn't really happen that frequently anyway, and most of the time Flame Leviathan just kind of works in the deck because on a lot of turns early on in the game, you really just have to draw. So if you're playing Freeze Mage and you have like 3 mana, sometimes you just have to play Arcane Intellect. Even though you can play a creature, you can play that same creature, that probably 2 mana creature, on turn 4 and ping something. So it's better to curve out, it's better to draw a lot, because your win condition is going to come from drawing these like interesting, complicated type of board clears. So what happens is you play these draw cards either through Acolyte, either through Arcane Intellect, either through a few other different means, and well, if you draw into Flame Leviathan, it just often clears the board and sets you up to not take so much damage in the mid game, which makes it so you can draw even more and have enough time to set up your super control and very cheesy combos as you normally do as a Freeze Mage. So that's why the deck kind of works, but today, even though this deck is absolutely crushing to these new Secret Paladin decks, there are a few other decks that also do pretty well against Paladin, so this may not be the go-to deck, but it's still a lot of fun if you guys want to try. It's absolutely not a bad deck, and if you have Flame Leviathan, maybe you can put it to use, but do not craft Flame Leviathan for this deck, because it's not going to see any use in any other situation in Hearthstone, so you kind of want to skip out on that. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun against Secret Paladin, but not everyone is playing Secret Paladins quite yet. And, well, against the other matchups, not having Flame Strike, not having some of the other cards, sets up from some really interesting games. And today, I absolutely wanted to highlight one of the wildest games, one of the wildest failures I've ever had with this deck, so you guys can see just what I'm talking about and how sometimes when you make a deck to counter the meta, things can go really, really, really wrong. Enjoy the clip, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alright. This is actually a pretty bad matchup. But we'll see. How is this constructed craziness? Alright, I guess we can try to play a crazier deck. Let's go with a Loot Hoarder. That sucks. Doesn't have a dragon. Guess it's my lucky day. Half his fucking deck is dragons. It's actually really lucky. Major Domo with both. Oh god.
Are you mocking me?
Yeah. Oh, he drew a dragon. That sucks. Do I want to use a Frostbolt? I mean, pushing for damage right now really doesn't do anything. I'm really all about the card draw.
Job's done.
Yeah, if I save enough spells, he literally dies from 30 life. Okay, well we have a lot of those spells right now. It's pretty hard to kill a Doomsayer right now, plus it stalls me a few turns. If he's gonna have Shadow Word Pain, it's gonna die whenever I try to play it anyway, so I'm not really playing around Shadow Word Pain anyway. It's whether he can kill it with damage, where he otherwise wouldn't be able to if I use Frost Nova. And I don't think he can kill it with damage. It's not Doomsayer 3-drop, it's Doomsayer 3-drop plus deny any play at all. That last part is pretty important, by the way. If he has no damage, I can just YOLO an Acolyte, because I'm going to be at 10 cards here.
Let me change your mind.
Job's done. My hand is too full.
Do I really have to wait for Alistraza? We're at 10 cards, so we have to play something, by the way. Let's just burn a fireball, it really makes no difference.
No.
We'll generate some more fireballs.
You should be more careful playing with magic.
That might be bad. Yeah, we have all our combo cards left, so we just stall the game and win right now.
Let us see this.
If he doesn't have any extra healing, he's dead. He could potentially proc me, though. Nah, let's go for it.
I bring life
5, 13. It needs to do quite a lot of damage to proc my block as well. Why is Antonidas Nova better? I'd still have to Alistraza to kill him because I haven't drawn Emperor. He actually has a chance to win this game, I believe. If I top deck Flame Leviathan and kill myself with Ice Block up.
Quickly.
Okay. Maybe you heard me. No fucking way. What?! Oh, my bad luck in Arena has continued and constructed. That was the only way I was going to lose that game. And I think if I was him, I wouldn't have even gone out all face. I think he had to snipe and get 1 out of 8 lucky. Well, that's how Crip rolls, guys. That's how we do it.